watching the Mystical Green Beanie.
Hey, what is going on, dudes and dudettes? I am the Mystical Green Beanie, and welcome to my best of, worst of, spoiler-filled review for Wonder Woman. And right off the bat, if you follow me on Twitter, you already know that I really enjoyed this movie. And even though I have problems with it, which I'll get into later, I think this is fantastic, and it's by far my favorite adaptation of Wonder Woman. So without further ado, let's get into my review. As always, let's start off with my positives. Let's talk about the best of. And starting this list off is Gal Gadot. She is as beautiful as she is talented. She not only looks the part, but she really feels like Wonder Woman. And I was worried because I didn't really like her in BVS. I wanted to, but in the end, she just didn't really come alive in that movie. But she really does here. She's a fantastic actress, and I love her in this role. And honestly, I can't see anyone else playing Wonder Woman at the moment. She's perfect. She just is Wonder Woman. And building off that, I also love the cast. I love Diana and Steve's ragtag team of spies. They're great. And speaking of which, I love Chris Pine as Steve Trevor. He made me care about Steve Trevor. Oh my god. This movie made me care about Steve Trevor. Because Steve Trevor in the comics is literally the most disposable character in Wonder Woman's mythology, so much to the point where in Brian Azzarello's run, there's only one backhanded acknowledgement of his existence, and it is hilarious. But yeah, this movie made me care about a character who I feel is, quite frankly, a nothing character. So, yeah, that was awesome. Now here's something that I didn't like initially, but came to appreciate later on after I thought about it. I really like Ares. Now, Ares is a character who, outside of Brian Azzarello's run, I don't really care about. Now, I've heard that he's really interesting in Greg Rucka's original run, but I haven't read that stuff. But I have read his Rebirth material, though, and once Ares shows up, I checked out, because I just didn't care. But I really liked Ares in this movie. He has a really interesting philosophy that I can follow, and I really love how he has a strong presence in the film, even when he's not on screen. I also kinda dug how this movie has a love conquers all message and it doesn't come off as dumb or hokey, because when Diana tells Ares that she believes in love, by all accounts, I should be laughing at that scene. But I'm not, because I don't find it funny. I find it endearing and honest, and I can rally behind her because that is what she genuinely believes, and I buy the fact that she not only has that belief, but she's willing to fight for it. And that's a testament to great writing and great directing. And finally, this movie just looks beautiful. It is masterfully photographed, and every shot is a wallpaper. That is how breathtaking this movie looks. But yeah, those were my biggest positives. Granted, those weren't all the things I liked, but those were the big things that stood out to me. But now let's talk about some of the things that I didn't like so much. Let's talk about the worst of. And I only really have two things I didn't like about this film. The first being, I don't know why Diana doesn't just go back home to Themyscira after the war ends. I know there's a scene in which Hippolyta confronts Diana about going to Man's World, and she tells her that she may never return, but I interpreted that exchange as a warning and not a declaration like it was in Greg Rucka's Wonder Woman Rebirth. So, I'm a bit confused on that. And the other thing that I didn't really like was the fact that Ares killed off all the other gods except for Zeus. Because there's so much that you can do with the Greek pantheon in future films that I feel was robbed of the DCEU now that they're all dead. But, you know, that's whatever. Granted, I'm only saying that because of the little Wonder Woman that I've read. The gods are always present, so that creative choice was just really strange to me. But with all that said, I really like this movie. And for this to be the first female-led, female-directed superhero movie, and for it to be this good, Patty Jenkins and DC deserve a huge pat on the back because this is not only great, it's revolutionary. And it sets a high standard for Batgirl, Captain Marvel, and that Black Cat Silver Sable movie that Sony wants to do for reasons that are unknown to me. But yeah, this is my second favorite DCEU movie behind Man of Steel, and I only say that because Man of Steel means a lot to me personally, and Wonder Woman is a very close second, but it's still fantastic, and it's by far one of my favorite comic book movies of all time. Anyways guys, those are my thoughts, but what about you? What did you think of Wonder Woman? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, hit the like button, share, support the channel, and if you want to see more content like this, all you have to do is subscribe. I'm the Mystical Green Beanie. Thank you for watching, and as always, until next time, adios nachos, adios.
Charged up.